Hey Switch fans, welcome back to SwitchTop. 2026 is going to be huge for cozy gaming on Nintendo Switch and the brand new Switch 2. Today, we're counting down 20 upcoming cozy games that are going to dominate your playtime this year. Whether you love farming sims, running businesses, or just want to unwind with something wholesome, this list has something for everyone. Let's jump right in. Tales of Seikyu is a cozy fantasy life sim that blends classic farming gameplay with light adventure elements, built around a strong sense of place and folklore-inspired creativity. The game is set on the magical island of Seikyu, where the protagonist returns with their sibling to restore a long-abandoned family farm and reconnect with a community of yokai and villagers. Core mechanics revolve around farming, crafting, cooking, home customization, relationship building, and seasonal activities. But the standout feature is its yokai transformation system. Instead of relying only on tools, players can shift into different yokai forms, each with unique abilities that affect exploration and daily tasks, such as breaking obstacles, reaching high areas, or interacting with the environment in new ways. Exploration plays a big role, with hidden areas, ruins, quests, and light combat encounters that add structure without breaking the relaxed pace. The story focuses on rebuilding the island, uncovering family history, and strengthening bonds with residents through quests and heart events, keeping the tone warm and character-driven. Tales of Seikyu launched in early access on PC on May 21, 2025, with ongoing updates planned, and console versions for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 are officially planned, with release expected after early access, likely in late 2025 or 2026.
You'll need to do what fox yokai do best and master many forms. Charge across the countryside, fight enemies, and gather resources as the mighty boar. Discover the hidden waters of Seikyu, and use your elemental powers to tend to your farm as the aquatic slime. And take to new heights, uncover.
Tanuki Pond's Summer is a cozy, lighthearted adventure that blends open-area exploration, social interactions, and playful movement into a relaxed summer experience. You play as Pon, a cheerful Tanuki who spends his days delivering mail by bike across several Japanese-inspired towns, using smooth BMX-style controls that reward flow, shortcuts, and small tricks while moving between locations. Mail delivery is the core loop, but it naturally connects to the wider gameplay, encouraging route planning, exploration, and discovery. Outside of deliveries, the game leans heavily into cozy side activities such as fishing, bug catching, baseball, sushi making, sumo minigames, and other casual tasks that help you earn money, build relationships with townsfolk, and gradually restore a local shrine. The story is simple and warm, centered on helping the community and preparing the shrine in time for the Great Tanuki Festival at the end of summer, with progression tied to friendship building and shrine upgrades rather than pressure or combat. The tone stays relaxed and charming, focusing on atmosphere, character interactions, and a steady sense of routine. Tanuki Pond's Summer is now scheduled for release in 2026 on Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, with the final date still to be announced. Trade Tales is a cozy life and business simulation that focuses on long-term progression, player freedom, and building a personal legacy within a living economy. The game begins with your character settling in the town of Cloverdale after acquiring a small plot of land, where early gameplay revolves around farming crops, fishing, mining resources, raising animals, and gathering materials to establish a stable foundation. These activities naturally feed into the game's deeper systems, which center on entrepreneurship and trade, allowing you to open, design, and manage a wide range of shops such as bakeries, clothing stores, electronics outlets, and pet businesses. Core mechanics include crafting goods, managing inventory, setting prices, decorating storefronts, serving customers, and responding to market demand, with progression unlocking automation, employees, and expanded production chains. Beyond local trade, players can travel to other cities, engage with rivals, and react to economic events that influence supply, demand, and reputation, adding a strategic layer without breaking the relaxed tone. Trade Tales is currently scheduled for release in 2026, with Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 listed among its planned platforms, while the exact launch date is still to be announced. Floatopia is an upcoming cozy life simulation game set in a colorful sky world made of floating islands, blending familiar, relaxing routines with light fantasy elements. The core gameplay revolves around building and managing your own floating home while freely exploring a whimsical sandbox that encourages creativity over pressure. Players can farm crops, fish, gather natural resources, craft items, decorate interiors and terrain, and socialize with a cast of charming NPCs scattered across different airborne regions. A key twist comes from the game's magic-focused design, where characters possess unusual superpowers that influence exploration and daily activities, turning seemingly small or strange abilities into useful tools as you experiment with them. Exploration is tied to moving your floating island between distinct biomes and cultures, from snowy zones to vibrant fantasy cities, each offering new activities, characters, and customization options. The story remains light and open-ended, focusing more on discovery, self-expression, and building a peaceful life in the skies, rather than a fixed narrative path. Floatopia is also planned as a free-to-play experience with long-term updates. The game is currently scheduled to launch in late 2025 on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Solarpunk is an upcoming, cozy survival and crafting game built around sustainability, exploration, and calm progression, rather than combat. Set in a futuristic world of floating islands, the game invites players to build a self-sufficient life powered entirely by renewable energy. Core mechanics focus on gathering resources, farming crops, crafting tools and structures, and constructing eco-friendly bases that rely on solar panels, wind turbines, and water systems to function efficiently. Exploration plays a central role, with players traveling between islands using a customizable airship to discover new biomes, materials, and building opportunities. Automation is a key layer of progression, allowing production chains and energy networks to be optimized over time, rewarding smart planning instead of constant micromanagement. Survival elements such as hunger and resource management are present, but designed to feel relaxed and thoughtful, supporting the game's peaceful tone. The experience can be played solo or in optional co-op, reinforcing a sense of shared creation and experimentation. Solarpunk is currently scheduled for release in 2026, with Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is an upcoming cozy side-scrolling platformer built around exploration, gentle puzzles, and storybook charm, developed exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. The game begins on Yoshi's Island, when a mysterious, sentient book named Mr. E falls from the sky, unable to read its own pages and asking Yoshi for help. Using a magical magnifying glass, Yoshi jumps inside the book, where each chapter becomes a self-contained world filled with unique creatures, environments, and light challenges. Gameplay expands on classic Yoshi mechanics, such as flutter jumping, ground pounds, tongue grabs, and egg throwing, while introducing new systems centered on interaction rather than speed or difficulty. Certain creatures can ride on Yoshi's back, granting special abilities that help solve environmental puzzles, reach hidden areas, or unlock secrets, encouraging curiosity and experimentation. Progression is tied to discovery, with Yoshi documenting creatures and world details directly into the book, reinforcing the theme of learning and exploration. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is scheduled to release in spring 2026, exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
And they'll scatter in the air. Oh no! That creature is stuck! It seems like the dandelions can absorb nutrients. Oh, they can even cause rocks to crack. Thanks to them, we were able to break the rock.
Ova Magica is an upcoming cozy farming and life simulation game that blends creature raising, light RPG systems, and relaxed town life into a colorful, character-driven experience. Set in the cheerful Clover Town, the game follows your move to a small farm where daily routines revolve around growing crops, decorating your home, crafting tools and buildings, fishing, bug catching, mining, and taking part in local festivals and events. A central mechanic is the raising of adorable creatures called blobs, which hatch from eggs and grow alongside you, each offering unique skills that can help with farming tasks, exploration, or combat. These blobs aren't just companions, as they can be trained, bonded with, and sent on expeditions to strange, shifting areas to discover rare items, new eggs, and story elements. Social systems play a strong role, with villagers offering quests, relationship progression, and personal storylines that gradually expand the town and unlock new content. After launching in early access on PC in July 2024, Ova Magica is scheduled for its full 1.0 release in 2025, with Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 planned to be released in 2026.
And develop cover town with some of the available buildings. As an early access player, you have the unique opportunity to provide feedback and leave positive reviews to enhance the game's visibility and success. One downside is that achievements will require a new save file after the full release.
Sally is an upcoming cozy life simulation adventure centered on community, exploration, and self-discovery, designed to feel gentle, personal, and flexible. The game takes place aboard a giant magical airship called the Sally, which serves as both your home and a traveling hub as it moves between floating islands filled with different ecosystems and seasonal changes. Gameplay blends familiar cozy mechanics such as farming, crafting, cooking, gathering resources, building and upgrading structures, caring for animals, and customizing tools and skills, all paced to encourage creativity rather than efficiency. A key feature is the dynamic crew system, where each playthrough generates a unique group of characters, including children and 2 guiding grandmas, with evolving personalities, friendships, rivalries, and personal goals shaped by your interactions. Relationships are central to progression, unlocking new abilities, story moments, and improvements to the ship itself. Exploration focuses on curiosity and discovery, letting you visit islands freely without strict time pressure, while uncovering materials, events, and narrative threads. Following a successful Kickstarter campaign, Sally is scheduled to release in 2026 on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2.
You might be just a kid, but that doesn't mean you don't have grand aspirations. You know, everyone's in the same boat, sharing dreams, secrets, and memories. There's so much to learn about your crewmates as, just like you, they figure out who they want to be. So pick out a cute outfit, come as you are, and make some friends. Will you be an aspiring chef whipping up some good stew for...
Tenkemo is an upcoming, cozy open-world life simulation game with light MMO elements designed around exploration, cooperation, and gentle adventure. Set in a colorful fantasy world, the game lets players freely gather resources, mine materials, craft tools, and build homes, workshops, and larger shared structures, encouraging creativity and long-term progression rather than pressure. A central mechanic revolves around rescuing cute animals scattered across the world, which then become companions that can assist with tasks, base defense, and simplified combat encounters against roaming AI threats, keeping action accessible and low stress. Exploration spans forests, caves, mountains, and open fields, supported by dynamic weather and a day-night cycle that gives the world a lived-in, evolving feel. Tenkemo supports both solo play and cooperative multiplayer, allowing friends to share resources, build together, and explore as a group while still maintaining a relaxed pace. Previously known as Paw Rescuers, the project has evolved into a more ambitious connected experience while keeping its cozy identity intact. Tenkemo is currently planned for release on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 in 2026. Outbound is an upcoming cozy survival and exploration game set in a peaceful, optimistic, near-future world, focusing on creativity, freedom, and sustainable living rather than danger or combat. The core of the experience revolves around turning an empty camper van into a fully personalized mobile home, which acts as both your base and your main tool for progression. Gameplay centers on exploring diverse natural environments, gathering resources, crafting tools and workstations, and gradually upgrading and decorating your van with functional modules and cozy interior elements. Survival mechanics are intentionally relaxed, with energy and needs handled through eco-friendly systems such as solar panels, wind power, and water collection, encouraging thoughtful planning instead of pressure. Players can grow plants and mushrooms, cook meals, and manage resources in a way that feels calm and rewarding. Exploration is open-ended, pushing curiosity through hidden areas, scenic routes, and new materials rather than strict objectives. Outbound can be played solo or cooperatively with up to 4 players, making shared building and exploration a key part of its appeal. Following a successful Kickstarter campaign, Outbound is scheduled to release in Q2 2026 on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Animal Crossing New Horizons Nintendo Switch 2 Edition is an enhanced version of Nintendo's iconic, cozy life simulation experience, redesigned to take advantage of Nintendo Switch 2 while preserving the relaxed, open-ended gameplay that defines the series. Players once again arrive on a deserted island and slowly shape it into a personal paradise by gathering resources, crafting tools and furniture, decorating homes and outdoor spaces, gardening, fishing, catching bugs, and building friendships with a charming cast of animal villagers, all synchronized with real-world time, seasons, and events. The core loop remains calm and player-driven, focusing on creativity, routine, and community rather than objectives or pressure. The Switch 2 edition introduces technical and quality-of-life upgrades, such as higher-resolution visuals, smoother performance, faster load times, and new Joy-Con 2-mouse-style controls that make island editing, furniture placement, and custom design creation more intuitive. Online play has been expanded to support larger groups, encouraging social visits, shared activities, and island showcases. Animal Crossing New Horizons Nintendo Switch 2 Edition is scheduled to release on January 15, 2026, exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2.
There's a new item available in Nook's Cranny, the Megaphone. Use it to call out to your island residents with a microphone built into Switch 2. Lolly! Look at
The Witch's Bakery is an upcoming cozy adventure RPG that blends bakery management, light exploration, and emotional storytelling into a gentle, character-focused experience. You play as Lune, a young witch who travels to modern-day Paris to open her own magical bakery, using her special ability to see into people's hearts and help heal their emotional wounds through enchanted breads and pastries. Gameplay follows a relaxed daily structure, where daytime is spent running the bakery, preparing recipes, serving customers, and learning more about their worries and stories, while evenings open up the city for exploration, social interactions, and side quests across different Parisian districts. A unique mechanic allows Lune to enter Heart Palaces, surreal inner worlds shaped by a person's emotions, where light puzzle solving and exploration help restore balance and unlock special ingredients tied to each character's arc. Nights are reserved for rest, decorating the bakery, upgrading magical abilities, and enjoying quieter moments that reinforce the cozy atmosphere. The story focuses on empathy, connection, and finding purpose through helping others, blending everyday life with soft, magical fantasy. The Witch's Bakery is scheduled to release in 2026 on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Loftia is an upcoming cozy, multiplayer life simulation game set in a bright Solarpunk world, where community, sustainability, and creativity are at the heart of progression. The game takes place across floating islands, shared by players in an online world, where gameplay focuses on farming, crafting, decorating homes, and contributing to large-scale community projects that gradually reshape and unlock new areas. Players can customize their characters, design their own living spaces, and form neighborhoods with others, creating social hubs where people gather, trade, and collaborate. Core mechanics emphasize eco-friendly systems, such as hydroponic and aquaponic farming, renewable energy generation, and upcycling resources into tools, furniture, and decorative items, reinforcing the game's sustainable theme. Exploration encourages curiosity through varied biomes, hidden stories, and cooperative activities like group puzzles, events, and shared discoveries, all without combat or PvP pressure. Animals can be adopted, cared for, and dressed up, adding to the cozy, playful tone. Funded through Kickstarter and developed by Cloud Games, Loftia is scheduled to release in 2026. Catto's Post Office is a short, heartwarming cozy game centered on gentle exploration, simple tasks, and small moments of joy. You play as Catto, a hard-working post cat delivering letters and packages around a colorful, cat-filled town, free to wander streets, visit shops like cafes and bakeries, and chat with friendly feline residents at your own pace. The core gameplay loop focuses on relaxed mail delivery and light interaction rather than challenge, encouraging curiosity as you explore buildings, discover hidden corners, and help townsfolk with small favors. Playful details add charm to the experience, letting Catto meow on command, hide inside boxes, knock objects over, or simply observe the town's daily life, reinforcing the cozy, low-pressure tone. The story is simple but emotionally warm, unfolding over a single day that happens to be Catto's birthday, which initially seems forgotten. After launching on PC in August 2025, Catto's Post Office released on Nintendo Switch on December 2, 2025, with compatibility planned for Nintendo Switch 2, making it a perfect bite-sized cozy game for handheld play. Go-Go Town is an upcoming cozy-leaning city building and management game that mixes creative construction, automation, and light strategy into a colorful, approachable sandbox. You take on the role of a newly appointed mayor tasked with reviving a struggling town, starting small and gradually transforming it into a lively, efficient community. Gameplay focuses on zoning land, building roads and infrastructure, setting up shops and services, managing resources, and creating transport systems such as buses or subways to keep residents and tourists moving smoothly. A big part of progression comes from optimizing supply chains, stocking stores, hiring workers, and automating production. But everything is presented in a playful, low-stress way that encourages experimentation rather than strict optimization. Customization is central, allowing you to decorate buildings, shape districts, and give the town its own personality as it grows. After launching in early access on PC in June 2024, Go-Go Town is scheduled to release on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 in spring 2026, bringing its full, cozy city builder experience to Nintendo platforms. Starsand Island is an upcoming cozy life simulation and farming game that combines open-world exploration, relationship building, and creative freedom in a colorful island setting inspired by anime aesthetics. The story follows your return to Starsand Island, a place tied to your childhood, where you choose to leave city life behind and start fresh in a peaceful coastal community. Gameplay centers on relaxed daily activities such as farming crops, fishing, raising animals, gathering resources, and customizing your home and surroundings, allowing players to shape their routine at their own pace. Progression is flexible, letting you lean into different roles like farmer, angler, crafter, rancher, or explorer, depending on how you want to experience island life. Social systems play a major role, with a cast of lively NPCs offering friendship and romance paths that evolve through interaction, dialogue, and shared events. Exploration adds depth through hidden areas, ancient ruins, and island secrets, while dynamic seasons and environmental changes keep the world feeling alive. Customization and expression are key themes, reinforcing the game's cozy tone and sense of personal ownership over your journey. Starsand Island is scheduled to release on February 1st, 2026.
Of course the destination matters, but every time I race through the waves, my heartbeat makes me truly feel that I'm alive. Next time I set sail, I hope you join me.
My Time at Evershine is the next entry in Pophia Games' cozy simulation RPG series, expanding on the foundation set by My Time at Portia and My Time at Sandrock while pushing the formula in a more ambitious direction. Set around 330 years after the Day of Calamity, the game places you in the role of a governor tasked with founding and leading a new settlement on the edge of a recovering world. Core gameplay blends familiar life sim systems such as gathering resources, farming, crafting, building structures, and managing production with deeper town management and RPG progression. Unlike previous entries, Evershine places strong emphasis on leadership, allowing you to recruit settlers and companions who can assist with daily tasks, exploration, and defense, making the settlement feel alive and reactive. Social mechanics remain central, with a large cast of characters offering friendship and romance paths that develop through quests, dialogue, and shared activities. My Time at Evershine is currently expected to release in spring 2026, with Nintendo Switch 2 confirmed among its platforms, while the standard Nintendo Switch version is planned, but awaiting a finalized release date. Pokémon Pokopia is an upcoming cozy Pokémon spin-off that shifts the focus away from traditional battles and toward creativity, exploration, and peaceful coexistence, designed exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. In Pokopia, you play as a Ditto that has taken on a human-like form, arriving in a once-thriving land now in need of renewal. The core gameplay revolves around rebuilding this world by exploring diverse biomes, gathering resources, farming crops, crafting furniture and buildings, and designing welcoming habitats that naturally attract different Pokémon species. Instead of combat-driven progression, Pokémon abilities are woven directly into daily life through a unique system where Ditto learns moves from befriended Pokémon, using skills like watering fields, growing plants, clearing obstacles, or shaping the environment to unlock new areas and possibilities. The world operates on a day-night cycle and encourages relaxed discovery, with Pokémon requests and environmental interactions guiding progress at a calm pace. The narrative emphasizes harmony, friendship, and self-expression rather than conflict, making it one of the franchise's most relaxed experiences. Pokémon Pokopia is scheduled to release on March 5th, 2026, exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
Moves you learn to refresh the land, clear paths, till fields, grow vegetables, and more. Expanding the places you can visit and what you can achieve. Certain Pokémon can also teach you special moves. For example,
Fields of Mistria is an upcoming cozy farm life simulation RPG that blends classic farming routines with light fantasy, town restoration, and character-driven storytelling. Set in the seaside village of Mistria after a destructive earthquake, the game begins with you starting a new life and helping the community recover by rebuilding your farm and supporting the town's revival. Core gameplay revolves around planting and harvesting crops, raising animals, fishing, mining, crafting equipment, and completing quests from the request board, all paced to feel relaxed and rewarding. What sets Fields of Mistria apart is its magical layer, where players gain mana and essence to unlock spells that enhance daily life, such as boosting crop growth or influencing the environment, alongside a skill tree that deepens progression across farming, gathering, and exploration. Social systems play a major role, with villagers following daily schedules, celebrating birthdays, and offering friendship and romance options through dialogue, gifts, and events. After launching in early access on PC on August 5th, 2024, Fields of Mistria is planned for its full 1.0 release in 2026, with Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 versions expected as part of that console rollout. Witchbrook is an upcoming cozy life simulation RPG that blends magical school life, open-world exploration, and strong social systems into a richly detailed pixel art experience. Set in the seaside city of Mossport, the game follows a young witch enrolling at Witchbrook College, where daily life is shaped by attending classes, learning spells, completing assignments, and gradually mastering magical abilities. Outside of school, gameplay expands into farming small gardens, gathering resources from nearby forests and beaches, crafting items, decorating your cottage, and taking on jobs or running small magical businesses to earn money. Social interaction is a major pillar, with townsfolk and fellow students following daily routines, celebrating seasonal festivals, and offering quests that deepen relationships over time, including friendship and romance options. Exploration is relaxed and rewarding, encouraging players to uncover hidden areas, secrets, and story threads woven naturally into everyday activities. The world evolves with the seasons, reinforcing a lived-in atmosphere that supports long-term play without pressure. After a long development cycle, Witchbrook is currently scheduled to release in 2026 on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. And there you have it, 20 incredible cozy games coming to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 in 2026. Whether you're into farming, running businesses, attending magical schools, or managing Pokémon resorts, this year is absolutely stacked with amazing cozy titles. Which of these games are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below, and if I missed any upcoming cozy games you're looking forward to, drop those names too. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Until next time!